Hi guys. So let's talk about workplace first aid kits. So the OHS standards for first aid in Saskatchewan workplaces, the most recent document that I can find online is written in October of 2004. So what that tells me is that the standards are a little out of date compared to where we are in our modern workplace society. And the kit list is based on number of employees and quantity of contents. But what it doesn't list or control or advise on is the quality of contents. And if you're honest, most workplaces are somewhat neglectful on their first aid kits, or they don't have someone that's skilled enough to interpret the quality of the products. And I think it's very important that if you provide a first aid kit for your employees, that it matches the risk of the work they do and the quality that they need. First aid kit content pet peeve number 1 is old Band-Aids. So I don't care about the packaging. That doesn't mean that the Band-Aid isn't good. But I do think it's important to open up a Band-Aid every once in a while and see if it still sticks. So in removing this one, brand new Band-Aid that was in a very, an office environment first aid kit, it doesn't even stick. There's no stickiness left to this thing. You can actually tell the adhesive has dried up on the Band-Aid. So go into your first aid kits and sacrifice one Band-Aid. It'll be fine. And check out the quality of the adhesive on them. Okay. And the other thing is, I would honestly tell you that if you ever find plastic, I hate plastic Band-Aids. Do they work? Yes. Do I like them? No. Okay. You can do better. Get some fabric Band-Aids that work better. First aid kit content pet peeve number 2 is scissors. So if you find these scissors in your first aid kits, you use these in kindergarten to cut craft paper, not to do first aid. They won't even cut gauze, okay? So get rid of them, okay? And their cousin brand would be these ones. They're just as flimsy and just as weak, okay? My all-time, though, hatred are these things. Folding scissors. So someone's trying to save space. So they get you this crappy metal, weak, questionable pair of scissors to try to do first aid with. Okay, that is junk. Make sure you get yourself a good pair of bandage shears that you can cut clothing with, and maybe a smaller pair of small scissors for cuticle scissors for like skin injuries or minor Band-Aid stuff. Okay, those will work much better. All right, pet peeve number 3, first aid kit contents. These paper wrapped gauze rolls, and I don't even care if this company sees their brand, okay? Paper wrapped gauze roll, gauze bandage. Ooh, double layered. I took these out of a brand new kit, bought from a local distributor. I know you're injured. Just hold on. I gotta get this tampon open. It's not a tampon, relax. So first, if you can get through the paper, then you'll find a nice little compact roll of what I call cheesecloth. Okay? This is not a gauze roll. Do not provide your employees this kind of junk. This is atrocious. You can do better. Let's talk expired items. So if you go into a first aid kit and you see something, old like this, looks a little yellow, you can't even find a date on it, I would suggest it's old and it's time to get rid of it. Another classic one would be these ammonia inhalants. So they used these a long time ago, and they would use it for all those fainting spells that people might have. And the plastic is so brittle, it's breaking. But basically, if you find these little gems in your first aid kit, first of all, you don't even know what to do with them. Secondly, they're old. It's time to get rid of them. There's a reason why they're not in first aid kits. Oh, God. And they stink. Okay? We don't use these anymore, so it's time to get rid of them. Okay, pet peeve number, I forgot what number. So Sask OH&S requires that kits have a eye patch, okay? Now, I don't know why. Because you can use any piece of gauze to put over an eye injury if you have to. But many first aid kits still put in eye patches. So this little gem, I'm sure if you had a serious eye injury, this would really help. Yeah, this is gonna solve your problems, right? Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, you get the point. Okay, what the hell is that gonna do? Okay, get rid of this stuff. Or leave it in there because it meets the contents, but it's not gonna solve the fact that you have something in your eye or an injury. Okay, just cover it up with regular gauze. You'll be fine. Okay, pet peeve number 5. I don't know, something like that. So a lot of first aid kits will have these things in there or similar product to them, and they're not bad. Honestly, they're good for short-term solution to a burn. But I would suggest to you that you need to check the expiry date. So this one is 2013. It's time to spend some money and update your product. This actually feels like there's still gel in there, but let's be honest. If you have this in a first aid kit and it's that old, I don't trust the content and the quality of that material on the inside. So do your employees a favor and replace the things that are extremely expired. All right, pet peeve number 6. So federal kits are required to have a splint in a level B, I think. Don't quote me on that. So these are the newest ones that people are putting in. Distributors are putting into first aid kits. It's a wire splint because I'm sure if you were broken, you'd really want to be attached to a rough wire splint. Now, certainly it's better than nothing, but these are... Come on. This is why people don't use this shit, okay? Put in good quality products. This is not a splint, okay? This is, okay? Some sort of aluminum type splint, at least it's padded. It's not the raw material. And then, again, you got to learn how to use it, okay? This is better than this. Okay. Last pet peeve for the day is these little rubber bands that were put into first aid kits sort of to be an improvised tourniquet. They were called S-March bandages, I think. Basically, it's what someone would put on your arm to take your blood, which means it doesn't cut off your blood flow. It only pressurizes it so that they can draw that blood. So that is not a tourniquet, and it definitely would not work on a leg. If you work in an industrial environment, Saskatchewan OH&S rules are decades behind where I think they should be. Tourniquets are not required in first aid kits in Saskatchewan, and yet we're teaching them in standard first aid courses. My advice to you is if you're in a high-risk job, that you need to invest in a tourniquet for your first aid kits, a proper CAT Gen 7 tourniquet, and that will do yourself wonders if you have an emergency of that severity. Okay, so those were just a couple tips on what you should look for if you crack open your workplace first aid kit and take a look at the quality of the contents inside. I believe that everybody should try and source out and fix their kits and invest a little bit of energy in that, because then you know what's in the kit and you're familiar with it. Every employee should be familiar with what is in the kit, how it's packaged, and what each individual item is. So maybe, encourage your employees to crack that seal, oh no, and take a look at the products. And you know what? You might find that there are some things that need some attention. Obviously, if you do need any help, please reach out, because I probably have a closet full of stuff I could help you with. Right now, I'm not teaching, so I could certainly help you out if you need.